Coming up on Takedown with Chris Hansen.
How did you end up here in this house?
Oh, my friend gave me this number.
This guy gave me lie.
And how old are you?
20.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
After lie.
The number gave me the address. Text.
I'm confused. Let's start from the top.
After lie.
So now you've lied to me like 7 different times.
What else can I do, man?
Tell the truth.
I hope you're enjoying this full free episode of Takedown, but there's something else you need to know. Only a small portion of our episodes are on YouTube. There are more than 100 episodes on our streaming service, ad-free and uncensored at WatchTrueBlue.com. Use the code YouTube24 to watch them all for $2.50 or YouTube Year for $20 off an annual subscription. Also, and this is important, hit the subscribe button below, and we'll see you soon on True Blue. In Genesee County, Michigan, 29-year-old Christopher showed up at our undercover sting house looking for sex with a 15-year-old girl, but ended up on a date with me instead.
How you doing?
Good. Are you Chris Hansen?
I am. But you have a seat
No
over
way.
Here. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, get your hands
Why
out of
do
your
I have
pockets.
a bad feeling about this?
Huh. Go ahead, sit down right
Am
over.
I going to jail?
I was wrapping up that interview when I got the signal that another alleged predator had just shown up at the sting house.
Reset. Yep, let's go. We got another one coming right now. Go.
It was a mad dash to reset and get everyone back into position.
While I was talking to Chris, another man pulled into the driveway, literally. Then he backed away. Now he's driving around the neighborhood, but we think he's going to show up.
To see how we got to this point, we have to back up a little bit. A guy messages a ghost detective on a social media app looking for sex. After some back and forth, the guy makes a call to the decoy.
Hello? Hi.
Hey.
So your mom can drop you off?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. So yeah, so my mom isn't here, so that's perfect.
Okay.
And I have condoms here and everything.
You can send me the address, like your address.
Yeah, I can send it to you.
How old are you?
I'm 15. I already told you that.
I'm 17. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about age.
All right, send me the address.
Okay, I'll send it to you and I'll see you soon.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Now, he says he's 17. Do we believe that?
He didn't sound 17.
In the best case scenario for him, he's only 18 and pretending to be 17, and maybe he's older.
My experience tells me that he's older.
Because the guy said he was 17, I want to know more about the text messages between the ghost chatter and the man on the other end. And give me a sense for the chat.
He was very kind of straight towards it, looking for sex. Wants to know, how much, says where he's from, wants a photo, wants a body picture. He wants regular sex.
Is this a platform that is frequented by 17 and 18-year-old
Not
guys?
normally. No.
Who's usually on a platform like this?
Adult males.
Right. The fact that he said he was 18 and then rolled it back and said he was 17 indicates to you...
That he's lying.
Yeah.
And then maybe trying to, if he does get caught, he can say, well, I'm only 18, I'm only 17. Because he didn't bring up the age until I said I was 15.
15.
And then I asked how old he was, and then he said 18.
As I'm scrolling through the text messages, the guy makes another call to who he thinks is a 15-year-old girl. And it sounds like he's in the area.
Hello?
Hello? Hey, sorry. I went to go pee and I left my phone on the counter.
All right. Can you walk to the street?
To the street?
Yeah, like...
It's raining.
You don't want to do the car date?
There's not gonna be enough room in the car.
I have enough room.
I can open the main door so it's just the screen door so you can walk in. I don't want to walk out in the rain. He ended the call.
The guy ended the call, and now we wait for his next move. Now he's circling the area, and we think he's going to come back. As to who he really is and how old he is, well, we're about to find out.
We're in the hallway, so we can't look in the windows. Is he still in his car?
From his parked car somewhere in the area, he texts the decoy again, asking where she is.
He wants her to step out. And she said, no, I already did that. She said it was too cold. She told him he's acting a little sus.
He then appears from around the side of the house, and the decoy meets him at the front door.
Hi. See, I told you it was cold. You even got your hands in your pockets. I was on the porch and I was getting so cold, like, oh my God, I have to go back inside. I just opened some gummy bears, so I was eating some gummy bears. We just got a whole bunch of Halloween candy.
She chats about candy, and he asks her a question.
I gotta go plug it in real fast.
You're not a cop.
Oh, fuck that.
And that's my cue to make my entrance.
Hey,
Oh,
need you to take your hands out of your pocket, please. Take your hands out. Have a seat right over there, please.
Because we don't know who this guy really is, the ghost team moves in immediately and searches him for weapons.
You got anything on you?
no.
Nothing sharp? Nothing you poke me, stick me? Any drugs?
No.
I need you to sit right over there, please.
Stop. Oh, wait.
No, sorry.
Go ahead, have a seat right over there. No, leave that. Leave that. Just have a seat.
The money, no.
Yeah, just have a seat right there.
I'm already wary of who is sitting across from me, so I jump right in with my questions. What were you doing here today?
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, you had a chat online. Tell me what
Yeah.
happened. How did you end up here in this house?
My friend gave me this number.
Your friend gave you this number.
Yeah.
When you say this number, what do you mean? The address?
Yeah, the address.
And who is your friend?
Jose.
Jose? And where is
I don't
Jose?
know. He's in Pontiac.
Jose in Pontiac.
Yeah.
So how did Jose in Pontiac give you the address for this home?
He just told me to call this number.
He told you to call this number.
Yeah. I called the number.
You called the number.
I didn't know, man.
You what?
I didn't know.
You didn't know what? So Jose calls you up. What's your name?
Yeah, Jesus.
Jesus. And how old are you?
I'm 20.
20.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're 20, and what's your friend's name?
Jose.
Jose. Jose calls you on your cell phone.
Yeah, he told me just come over here.
Come over here, and he gave you this address.
Yeah.
And what did he say was going to happen?
I don't know. He just told me to come to this address.
To come to this address.
Yeah, I just came from work.
And what were you supposed to do here?
Nothing.
Nothing. So you just, Jose called and said, hey,
Yeah.
just for fun, Jesus, go to this address and see what happens. Is that
Yeah.
it? That's your story?
Yeah.
And why would you possibly do that?
I don't know.
You
I'm
don't know.
Stupid.
You're stupid. Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you do for a living?
I work landscaper.
I know Jesus is feeding me a buffet of BS, so I cut right to the chase. Now, I'm going to give you a chance to tell the real story.
That's a real
Again,
story.
that's not the real story. That's BS, and you know it.
No,
It
that's
doesn't.
a real
No,
story.
no. So what? You were going to come here and do landscaping?
No.
No, you're going to come here and meet a 15-year-old girl for sex.
No, none of
Okay,
that.
then how did you get here? Explain it to me.
Well,
Because your first story doesn't make sense. People
You
don't
know the story.
get a phone call from a friend and say, go to this house for no good reason. That's bullshit. You know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So tell me the truth.
That's what happened.
No,
he
it's
told me.
not.
He gave me the number.
He gave you the number.
Yeah.
The house number, the
Yeah.
address. And you just went here without knowing what was going on in this house.
Yeah, I didn't know.
That doesn't make sense.
That's what he told me.
Well,
go with here.
What's his number?
248.
He thinks I'm bluffing. But think again, Jesus. 248.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
334.
334.
4349.
4349. And his name is?
Jose.
Let's see if this Jose answers the call.
Thank you for calling the Village Fulton Woods.
The number he gave me was to a senior living facility in Michigan. No Jose, or should I say, no way, Jose. That's not a cell phone number.
He gave me that number.
He
That's
gave
the
you-
number. That's the number I have.
For your friend?
Yeah.
Jose.
Yeah.
You're lying to me.
I'm not lying.
Yeah, you are. It doesn't make sense. So you got a chance here because I know more about this than you think I know. So I'm going to start asking questions where I know the answer. So you had best tell me now what you were thinking, why you came here, and what your intent was.
I
So
wasn't
go ahead.
attempting nothing. I was just gonna come here.
To meet a 15-year-old girl.
No, I told her, I asked her if she was old enough, and they said yeah.
They say yeah.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. You've gone now from chatting with Jose to chatting with this girl.
Yeah, I mean, he gave me the number.
He gave, well, okay,
Yeah.
so he didn't give you just the address. He gave you a phone number of a girl.
The number gave me the address. The number I texted.
I'm confused. Start from the top.
The number they texted me with, like the one I called or
Yeah.
texted, they gave me the address. You guys gave me the address.
A decoy posing as a 15-year-old girl gave you the address.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, I guess. And you talked about being 17, 18. Your mom was going to drop you off. You
Yeah,
said
my
all
mom
that.
was gonna drop me off.
Your mom. Where's your mom?
She's at home.
She's at home.
Yeah.
Does your mom often take you to meet teenage girls for sex?
No.
Okay.
I didn't know.
You didn't know?
Yeah.
That's bullshit. You said you were 18, then you said you were 17. That was a lie, because you're 20. Okay, so that's lie number one.
Yeah,
Number two, you said your mom was going to drop you off. That was a lie.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said to me that your friend Jose gave you the number and set this all up. That was a lie too.
No, he gave me the number.
Well, I don't understand why Jose's involved in this. Who is Jose to you?
My friend.
Your friend?
Yeah, he gave me the number. He told me to call this number. I didn't know whose number it was.
And do you often show up at places where you don't know?
No, this
Then
is
why
the first
today?
Because this is the first time I do it.
The first time you do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus thinks this is funny, but I have the transcripts and the text messages. You had her send you a body pic.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
It's
just
just a face pic. That's
a
it.
face pic and a body pic.
Yeah, I told her now naked pictures. That's
Did
what I
you
said.
bring condoms with you?
No.
So you were just going to have unprotected sex?
No.
You talked about sex in the conversation.
No, I didn't.
You talked about having a car date and having sex in your car.
I said car date, but I didn't bring.
What does a car date mean? What, you guys are going to play cards or hang out?
Do I
or
have
go for-
condoms on me?
That's irrelevant.
I don't have condoms.
You talked about what it was going to cost you to have sex with her. You said you only had $70.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you've lied to me like 7 different times.
Well, what else can I do, man?
Tell the truth.
That's what I'm telling you.
Do you have any idea
I
of the
don't
trouble
have-
you are in right now?
Yeah, I probably am.
Yeah.
But-
And do you understand why you're in trouble?
Yeah, because the 15-year-old.
The 15-year-old.
I didn't know, though.
You talk about it in the chat.
Yeah, but I didn't know.
You knew.
I knew it was a lie. Right? I wasn't going to come up here and have sex with them.
But why are you here then? Why were
they
you
gave
so?
me the
Why
number.
were you driving around and so scared, checking the place out, being sneaky? If you weren't doing anything wrong, you wouldn't have acted that way. So you know you're lying to me again.
I wasn't going to do it. I didn't bring condoms.
Okay. So you're going to have unprotected sex.
No, I wasn't.
You see how this looks?
Yes.
It looks bad.
Yeah, it does.
It looks bad that a 20-year-old man would
Yes.
come here where a 15-year-old girl is.
Yeah, I didn't know.
After sex talk. What do you think should happen to you?
I don't know, whatever happens. I didn't do nothing, though.
Well, you did, because you got online, you had a sexually charged conversation with somebody who said they were 15, and you came over here
All right.
after negotiating a payment for sex with a teenage girl. That's what happened.
Yeah. Did I bring condoms? No.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
So what should happen to you?
I don't know. Whatever happens. I don't know.
What do you want?
Whatever you
People
guys
to
gonna do.
All right. Well,
know.
I'm Chris Hansen,
Okay.
and I do stories on predators,
I'm
men
not a
trying to have
predator.
sex with children. No, you're not a predator?
No.
It sure looks like you're a predator.
No.
Have you ever seen my stories?
No.
To Catch a Predator, Hansen versus Predator, Takedown with Chris Hansen?
No.
Well, now you're on one,
All right.
okay? That's what all these cameras are for.
All right.
All right. So these fellas are gonna have a word with you.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want people to know about this predicament?
No, I didn't do nothing, though.
Okay. Well, that's not true either. So Go ahead. After Jesus was taken into custody, a background check shows he's actually 29 years old, not 17, not 18, or 20 like he told us. Jesus said he was 17, 18, said his mom was going to drop him off. Clearly none of that was true, and I think most of what he said here, to me, was also untrue, except for the fact that he made a mistake coming here to meet a 15-year-old girl. So Jesus was charged with child abusive commercial activity, accosting a child for immoral purposes, and communicating with another via the internet to commit a crime. We'll keep you posted on the case against Jesus and let you know if he comes up with any other clever stories. Genesee County Sheriff Chris Swanson has made it well known that he's not wavering on his efforts and commitment to combat crimes against children. Jesus told me that he got the information about this location and the girl from a friend. It's a very convoluted story. And in that conversation, at first, the man on the other side said he was 18, then 17, then his mom was going to drop him off, and in walks Jesus, who's 29 years old.
Who's been in America for 2 decades. Enough to know he knew better, and it didn't stop him.
He's on a work visa here. What happens to him next?
So there's a process that we have by law. He's committed a felony, multiple counts. He came to have sex with an underage kid. We're presenting it with the prosecutor's office. That triggers a whole cascade of notifications because he's on a work visa, which I highly suspect may not be true. He'll be up-channeled to the nationals, and they can do with it what they want.
There's a chance he'll be forced to leave the country.
Correct. And here's the problem with that. There are people that are trying to get into America the right way, that aren't going to have sex with kids, that are not going to exploit our young people, our citizens. And then when you get a stat like that, how do you dispute when someone says, see, everybody comes in, this is what they do, even though we know they don't? He took away the opportunity of freedom for people he'll never know.
And again, this is a guy who had a family, a wife, children, and on the surface, just living his workaday American dream.
It's not his first time. We may not always get a confession as to how many times they've done it, but it ain't his first time.
Do you consider this operation, this specific operation, a success?
It's a success even if we didn't have one show up, and here's why. In law enforcement, and you've seen it your whole career, when 911 is called, the harm, the trauma is done. It's a report. There's a real victim. There's a real perpetrator. The operations that we do together, we put ourselves out there, you put yourself out there, to stop it before it's a real victim. So I think even chatting one, I hope it scares them to death. If they show up and we arrest them, I hope it scares them to death. What I hope is all those people never act out on a real child.
WatchTrueBlue.com is home to previous episodes of Takedown with Chris Hansen, true crime documentaries, and exclusive investigations. And find True Blue streaming on the Roku channels by searching True Crime.